You're not going to believe this. Student loans can be discharged in bankruptcy. Most people think it's impossible, but the truth is, student loans have special rules that govern their dischargeability. Bankruptcy Code Section 523A8 blocks discharge unless you can prove undue hardship. And most bankruptcy courts follow the Brunner Test to determine undue hardship. Under the Brunner Test, you need to prove three things. First, that you cannot afford to pay your student loans and maintain a minimal standard of living for yourself and your dependents. Second, that your current state of financial affairs is going to persist into the indefinite future through no fault of your own. And third, that you've made good faith efforts to repay your student loans up to now. The courts will discharge your student loans if you can prove all three elements at trial. The same standards apply for federal and private student loans, but some private student loans aren't considered student loans under the bankruptcy laws. We're going to talk about that in another video because it's really fun to find out that your student loan isn't really a student loan when you go into bankruptcy. As far as procedure, you file your bankruptcy case first, then you file a separate lawsuit, which is called an adversary proceeding, against the lender in bankruptcy court. And the case is either going to be settled, resolved, or goes to trial, just like any other lawsuit. But since November 2022, the federal government has offered a streamlined review process for federal student loan discharge in bankruptcy. It's designed to make it easier to resolve the case instead of making you go to trial, and it's been really effective. For private student loans, most cases end up either settling for reduced balance or better repayment terms because most people don't want to leave it in the hands of a bankruptcy judge. Now, the real problem is that most bankruptcy lawyers don't know anything about student loans, so they won't even take the cases on, which leads borrowers to file those cases on their own, and because the system is so difficult to navigate, most of those cases fail. So yes, we can discharge your student loans in bankruptcy. It just depends upon the specifics of your situation. If you've got questions about your federal student loans, your private student loans, or any debt whatsoever, you know where to find me.